So in the beginning of 2021, I thought of a pretty fun video idea to where I document the best and the worst tattoos that I see throughout the year. Now with the year coming to a close and me finalizing both of these lists, these are 10 of the best tattoos that I've seen throughout 2021. This is part 1 of 2. This video is going to be the best tattoos I've seen throughout 2021, and part 2 is going to be the worst tattoos that I've seen throughout 2021. So be sure to stay tuned for that one. I first want to start off by saying that I had to redo this list multiple times. I kept seeing amazing tattoos throughout the year, but I finalized the list. And without further delay, let's just get right into it. Now we're going to be counting down from this list. So starting off at number 10 is a Father Time piece from a tattoo artist named Winnie the Drew on Instagram, and he works out of Olympus Tattoo. Now this tattoo has been on this list from the very beginning of 2021, and I gotta say that it is one of the most creative tattoos that I've ever seen. I love the fact that it's black and gray and also has really vibrant pops of color, and the execution that Winnie the Drew has put into this tattoo is like unmatched from what I've seen. Now I've been watching the progress of this sleeve. It's becoming a Father Time sleeve, and I gotta say that this tattoo right here blew my mind, and that's why it made it onto this list. Coming in at number 9 is one of the best portrait pet tattoos that I've ever seen. And the tattoo artist that created this beautiful portrait is named Tobias Augustin Tattoo on Instagram. Now I am a huge fan of pet portrait tattoos, and I gotta say when I saw this one, this stuck out to me so much. This is what I aim to get, and the quality of tattoo that I aim to get for my portrait tattoo of my dog. The reason why this tattoo has made it onto this list is because not only does the tattoo itself capture the dog's personality, but also it's just perfectly executed. I really love how Tobias used like really lighter tones of gray to really bring out the fact that it is a golden lab, but also used it in a black and gray form. All the different strands of hair in the dog's coat is very noticeable and very detailed, and this is a tattoo that I just don't see any flaws of. And like I said, I love pet portrait tattoos. I see a lot of them, but this one for some reason just stuck out to me, and it's for a good reason. This tattoo is just beautiful. Coming in at number 8 on the best tattoos that I've seen throughout 2021 is a full sleeve tattoo. And when I first saw this thing, it absolutely blew my mind. The artist that created this tattoo is named Marcio Fernando. The reason why this tattoo made it onto this list is not only because it was perfectly executed, but also just the uniqueness of the design and how everything is placed on the sleeve is just unmatched. Like, it is still crazy to me that tattoo artists have like this mind of creating such unique designs. I love how there's the black silhouette of the family walking on the beach, and then it goes into this beautifully colored cosmos of just planets and a little bit of black and gray. There really is just everything in this sleeve tattoo. Marcio has a bunch of different tattoos that are just like mind-blowing, like the designs and everything like that, but with that said, this tattoo stuck out to me, and that's why I made it to number 8 on this list. Now this next one was super hard for me to rank in the top 10 because it's amazing, but also I just couldn't fit it any higher than number 7. But it comes from a tattoo artist named Major Ink Johnson on Instagram, and it's this beautiful full-blown back piece. Now when you're talking detail to a tattoo, I feel like you just cannot get any better than this. Now, the main reason why I put this thing onto this list is because look at the portion of like the elderly person with their hands on their face. Like, you literally see the aging in the skin, which blew my mind the first time I saw it. And Major Ink could have just made like the whole hands and face the whole back piece, but I do love the fact that he broke it up a little bit with having this stairway with this person walking up to it, and there's this cosmos again and the stars. This thing is just one of those tattoos that I see it and it has me guessing, and I love those types of tattoos. Now I believe I saw this tattoo at the beginning of 2021, but I didn't put it on the list for some reason, but then it popped up again and I was like, no questions asked, this thing is definitely going on the list. I kept going back to it, and I gotta say, this is one of the most detailed tattoos that I've ever seen, and I just can't get over the wrinkles in that person's face. It's awesome, and that's why I made the number 7. Number 6 was another tattoo that I had a hard time ranking because just look at this thing. Absolutely mind-blowing. And it was created by an artist named Michelin Wig Tattoo on Instagram. And don't worry, all of the artists that created these tattoos are going to be listed and linked in the description. This was a really popular trend in 2021, and you're going to see a lot more of it in 2022, to where you have these really detailed pieces that have mostly black and gray or really dark tones to it, and then really high pops of color like you see right here. I was scrolling through Instagram when I first saw this thing, and it stopped me in my tracks because it still blows my mind at the fact that tattoo artists, they can apply a tattoo on a flat surface like the skin, but make something look so three-dimensional. Like, look at this thing. It looks like it's popping off of somebody's skin. And also, the half of the face and the dark tones is very realistic and detailed, but also you have that nice little like light, like the light shining over it with the yellows and oranges. Bring out that really big pop of color. And like I said, this tattoo is just flawless, and the fact that it's so three-dimensional is why it's on number 6 of this list of the best tattoos I've seen throughout 2021. Now, the next 5 tattoos you're gonna see on this list are all gonna have a common theme, and it's something that I've been really into all of 2021 in regards to tattoos. And this one right here is probably one of the most beautiful animal colored tattoos that I've ever seen in my life. Now, this piece was done by a female artist in Moscow, Russia, by the Instagram name Animal Tattooer. Terry Maktep is her name, and she's known for doing these rich, vibrant color animal portraits. And I gotta say that this tattoo in particular stood out to me, and it was one that I kept going back to throughout 2021. Whenever somebody wanted a really detailed, like, color portrait tattoo, I would always show them this tattoo as a reference. Big cats are one of the most popular tattoos that you could get out there, and I gotta say that this one just stood out from all the rest, and I think it's because of how good she is at packing the ink into the skin and having these like unique colors that just pop so perfectly off the skin. It's like, it's mind-blowing. I know I use the word mind-blowing, but these tattoos on this list have blew my mind every single time I look at them. I think you can see why this tattoo made it on the list. It's just beautiful. Plain and simple as that. Now, coming in at number 4 in the best tattoos that I've seen throughout 2021 is another back piece, not black and gray, but just look at this thing. Pops and pops of color. It comes from a tattoo artist from the United Kingdom named Ben Kwaskov. I don't know if I'm saying his name right, and I do apologize if I'm butchering it. With artists just getting better with their equipment and different inks coming out, you'll notice that this was a big trend in 2021 where tattoos are starting to literally glow off of the skin. Like, this thing doesn't look like a tattoo. It looks like a freaking light show. There's so many different beautiful inks and light portrayations throughout this whole back piece, and it looks like it's glowing. This is one of those tattoos that when I saw it, it had me guessing, and also I was blown away at the fact that the design itself is just so unique. And you know, this took a lot of hours under the needle to complete. These tattoos that look like they're glowing and these big rich pops of color are a big trend in 2021, and you're gonna see a lot of them in 2022, and I gotta say, I'm all here for it. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Now, this tattoo right here might be a shocker to some of you because not only is it a rose tattoo, but it's also ranked number 3 on the best tattoos that I've seen in 2021. And it comes from a tattoo artist named Kristen Taylor on Instagram. This is another tattoo to where the tattoo artist is so good at their craft that each one of their tattoos look like they're glowing. Now, she is known for her floral tattoos, and I mean, can you blame anybody? Like, this is unmatched. This is I'm gonna say it right now, this is the best rose tattoo that I have seen in the history of me looking at tattoos. The color palette that's incorporated into this piece just works so well together, and it just is at the perfect placement of the body. And realistically, there's nothing more that I could say. This is the type of piece that I go and reference the people that want to get a rose tattoo. Like, this is what you want to aim for right here, and that's why it made it onto the list, and also number 3 on the list, and that's pretty high. Coming down to the wire on the best tattoos that I've seen in 2021, this one right here is a tattoo that I've seen. I didn't put it on the list at first, but then I kept seeing it. It kept coming up on my feed on Instagram, and I'm like, all right, this thing, it's just beautiful, and it gets me in my feelings. And this is this portrait tattoo. There's a nice landscape, a portrait tattoo of a person petting their dog. Now, I don't know the backstory behind this piece, but I could probably guess that it is, you know, a place that a person used to walk their dog at, and they got it on their skin as a memory of not only their dog, but also just, you know, the area in general. And I'm all here for it. I love these types of tattoos. Not only does the artwork look, you know, unmatched, the artwork is just beautifully done, but also I'm a sucker for tattoos that have really deep meaning to them. And I know for a fact that this tattoo, for the person that has it, there's deep meaning there, and I'm all here for it. I love it, and this is why I made to the list of number 2 on the best tattoos that I've seen in 2021. Oh, and for anybody that's asking, I can't find who did this piece for some reason, and it seems like nobody else knows who did this piece, so if you're watching this video, leave a comment below and let me know if you did this piece. Okay, so ranking number 1 on the best tattoos that I've seen throughout 2021 is this back piece right here. You're seeing a lot of common themes when it comes to back pieces on this list, but there's just so much you could do with them, and it's this piece right here. This thing is just framed perfectly. The tattoo artist that completed this back piece is Martin Jubergs on Instagram. Now, I am a big fan of all forms of art, and when I saw this tattoo, I feel like this is something that you would see if you go to like an art museum and it's like a huge painting on the wall somewhere. That's exactly what I thought when I first saw this tattoo. My personal opinion, I feel like the best tattoos are the ones that tell a story. And this back piece right here tells a story throughout the whole piece. All the different types of colors in the sky and the light portrayal that is coming off of the cigar that the man is smoking, the smoke going throughout the whole piece, and just like the background with the landscape and everything, the attention to detail in this piece is just unmatched, and I feel like it, in my opinion, it deserves the number 1 spot for the best tattoos that I've seen in 2021. This list was so hard to create. There's so many tattoos that I took out and put in, but I would love to know if you agree on this list. Make sure you leave a comment below. Now that you saw the best tattoos that I've seen in 2021, be sure to check this video out right here on the worst tattoos that I've seen of 2021. It's hilarious, and be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much. Happy New Year and happy holidays.